Hey, I am a man with my feet on the ground, nigga, I stand. I'ma face my problems, don't help in hands. I'm just saying that I never ran. Yeah. I had the ball in spite of the pain. I was tired of the losses, I wanted the game. I want the whole world to know my name. If I make it out, know I'm bringing the game. They my brothers, yeah, they know my pain. We don't share a mind, but I love them the same. Gotta stay humble, now I stay in my lane. Never let the money fuck with my brain.
Hey, welcome to Dream Tour, the podcast where we take you on a tour of many different types of people's dreams. We like to talk to artists, entrepreneurs, and athletes about their dreams, goals, and aspirations. Today, I have my t-shirt out, short sleeve and long sleeve. That's brand new, so I wanted to get that out at the beginning. But let's go ahead and introduce our special guest today.
Hey everyone, my name's Kenny Lambert. I own a company called Just a Dad from Akron.
Just a Dad from Akron. As you can see, it is a clothing company and more, right?
Right.
So, from Akron then.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
always my first question. I like to know where people are from because I feel like that means a lot. It really tells, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite person on TikTok is a guy who is from Louisiana, and he talks like he's from Louisiana. It's like he's from. You can tell he's really from there, and that's what makes it cool.
For sure, like
if
the accent.
Yeah,
right.
If you're just representing where you're from, it's very true.
Right, for sure.
So we have the clothing brand here. Where did this idea come from?
So like, I had started the clothing company. I had a clothing company before a few years ago.
Okay.
And it was called Dirty Girls. So what I did was sold clothing, and I'd rent out local venues in the city and host shows with artists that perform music.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
But that was like it led me to a dark place because like the lifestyle, drinking, partying.
Yeah, all day or like every weekend. You know,
yeah.
it'll get to you.
Right. So I was like in and out of jail, and that never it just stopped working out.
Yeah.
So I had always wanted to do something with like fashion and clothing, because like growing up, I was always, my family was like, we were like less fortunate, you know what I mean? Like we always had what we needed, but like growing up, I would shop at like Gabe's and wear Wrangler jeans, and I always wanted to wear like nicer stuff.
The fashionable, like the the hyped clothes and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I've always had like a thing for like designing clothes and fashion, just because like that's something I grew up without, right?
Yeah.
So I just decided to start another clothing company, but gear it towards more positive people in the community and to like influence people to be better.
Yeah, I really love it. Like I was just looking at the shirts here, like be the change that Akron needs. Like that's a great shirt.
Right.
Do it for the kids.
For sure.
This is stop the violence.
Right. So like this shirt right here was actually like made for an event. So like what
really?
I do now is like sell merch, and then I'll use a percentage of the profit to like give back to the community and host events.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like this was like one of my favorite events. So what it was like I had local like credible local people like that are in the city come out and speak at the event, and we did like a candlelight vigil at the end, and like that's for me like one of the biggest things, because like where I'm from, I live in Kenmore, so it's like the violence growing up, it's always been there, you know what I mean? And that's like one of the things I want to see change. And like my first loss ever was like my little cousin. He was murdered when he was 14. So
wow. Yeah, there is my dad is from Kenmore, and so like all my uncles and them, they always tell stories about growing up there, and like it's always been that way. That they say.
Yeah. And
that's awesome though that you're using this brand as more than a brand, or like this company as more than a company. It's a brand for positivity and a brand for change.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
We need more of that.
Yeah, it's
really
like kind of like a movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
a
a lot of
yeah.
people call it, is a movement to get behind and like make the city a better place.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I ran into this movement online, because
yeah, for sure.
I've had a couple people actually mention to me, I really wish that I wrote down who told me to bring you on, but someone, maybe 2 or 3 people told me to bring you on, and I was like, all right, I got to do it. As soon as I have an open weekend, I'm getting it in.
For sure.
So what is like a week in the process of building this company for you, like right now? What do you do in a week?
As of right now?
Yeah.
So like the business progressed like super quick, right? So when I first started it, it was like the main thing was like I had made a timeline for like 4 years, right, from 2020 all the way to 2024, of what I wanted to accomplish for like the company, and it was like 2 T-shirt designs, host 1 event,
And
yeah, I mean, like
you're
in
way
the first
beyond
year,
that now.
yeah. So like all the way to 2024. So it was like secure a building for a storefront location.
Okay.
So like all these goals I had set down and like made, I've like blew all of them out of the water just in the first year.
Yeah.
So like,
Do you have like some type of like business entrepreneurship background? Like, was someone in your family they work for themselves doing entrepreneurship, or did you work at a small business or something?
nah, not really. So like,
Where'd you learn like that goal setting? Because like I went to business school and like
right.
they for 2 years. I didn't finish
Right.
business school, but they that's what they taught as like stuff like that. You make that plan. That's how you become successful. That's
Right.
like
I'd say for real, it's just like networking with all the right people. You know what I mean? So
just
like
talking to people.
people that I see that have companies or that are doing something that inspires me to like, you know what I mean? Something that I want to do. I like talk to them and just like whatever they have that inspired me to do that, I just put my own twist on it.
Yeah.
And just pretty much, dude, like just talking to people and learning from other people. No
that's-
school, none of that.
That's some real like I guess like technical business. I don't know, whatever the way they teach it.
Right.
I felt weird learning business in school. I felt like it wasn't right.
Right.
Like, it just felt like they were teaching me something that couldn't be taught.
Right,
like,
for sure.
They were teaching me words for things that I probably would never have to think about again.
Right.
Especially if you wanted to do it like your own business.
Yeah.
It's a little different
sure.
than working.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, and you blew past those goals.
Right.
And obviously you've got many options here.
Right.
And so what is like your next upcoming goal?
So like right now I'm working on a storefront location. Like
Okay.
I secured a building, so like I live up top in like a 3-bedroom loft,
Oh, that's
and
so
I have like
cool.
the storefront down at the bottom.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's on Kenmore Boulevard. So what I'm doing now is like remodeling the whole place, paint.
Alright.
I'm gonna have artists come in and paint
That's super
murals
cool.
on the walls, and open it up. You know what I mean, for like my business, but then also like other local companies, right? So
Okay.
if someone else has clothing but they don't have a place to sell it, right?
Yeah.
Let them sell their merch out of my store.
That's
people
awesome.
who make jewelry or arts and crafts, right?
Yeah. They had
just-
something like that. I saw something similar somewhere. There was like all Ohio brands, but
Right.
this is like an all Akron then, or
Right.
like or just around here.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to be from Akron, but the general area.
Right.
That's pretty cool. Have you talked to anyone about coming in and putting their stuff in there yet?
Yeah, so like I have a couple homies. Like whenever I started my company, my one buddy, he was like super inspired, and he's
Mhm.
always had like a thing for fashion and doing clothes. He had started his own company. It's called Sleepless Limited,
Sleepless Limited?
and it has like super deep meaning, right? So like my company, yeah, I mean like the whole name for my company was inspired by so like when my daughter was born,
Mhm.
I was like in active addiction, drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Wasn't there around in her life. You know what I mean? Like I was always there, but I wasn't helpful with
Yeah,
anything.
it wasn't what you wanted.
Yeah, so I had went and got sober, and I've been sober now for almost 2.5 years. You know what I mean? So like
Congratulations, yeah.
no more drinking, no more drugs, not smoking weed, nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
100% sober.
That's awesome. You work out?
Yeah. No, I don't work. I don't work
I
out.
feel like when a lot of people make that big change, they
Right.
do like a workout. Or is this
Yeah.
your workout? You know, it's
yeah,
like a
so
mental
like,
workout.
like this, and then like what I've been doing lately is like trying to like be healthier, right? So like I was
yeah.
drinking a ton of energy drinks like every day. I drink 3 or 4 energy drinks because like
I chug coffee. I
Yeah.
chug coffee.
so like I work a full-time job and then get off and deliver orders and make clothes and do inventory and do everything.
Get
You
on
know what I mean?
social media marketing.
Yeah.
It's being active on social media and like making your community feel
Right.
with them. Like
Right.
that's a job. It takes an hour. It
Yeah,
takes
for
2 hours
sure.
every day.
Right. So like that was like the thing. So like health wise, right?
Mhm.
Because like drinking all them energy drinks,
And
It was
were
like
you eating
take-
it all?
yeah, to
Like,
like
one meal
stay
a day?
going, right? To
Mhm.
like stay like energized and like then be like you mean dad and like run with my daughter to deliver
Mhm.
orders and stuff. I was like every day I had like the worst migraines and my heart was hurting and I knew something like my kidneys started
Yeah.
hurting. So like for like the past it's probably been like 10 days now I haven't drank no energy drinks and I made a switch over to like this place called Barberton Nutrition.
Okay.
So what they do is they sell like health drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
But it has like natural stuff in it to like give you natural energy.
Okay, yeah, that's...
And just in like 10 days, bro, I feel so much better. Like I don't feel sluggish. I don't crash. I don't.
It's the thing with all that caffeine, and it's like
Right.
caffeine and sugar too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like they both give you a pickup, and they both crash right around the
Right.
same time. So
Yeah.
just it's not. I loved energy drinks last summer, and
Right.
when I stopped drinking energy drinks, it actually it really does, like, it makes you not as, you don't need energy drinks as much,
Right.
like,
For sure. So it's just like to be healthier, you know what I mean, to like feel better. And like one of my next goals would be like simple for like myself is to like quit smoking. So because I smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day. So it's like just to like I want to make myself a better version
every
every
single
day.
day.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
even if it's just like the littlest things from like cussing or you know what I mean, just like
Yeah.
to be a better person. You know what I mean? Because like that's what I'm trying to inspire everyone else.
That's
you know
what it's
what
all
I mean?
about, dude. That's what it's all
Is
about.
to be a better person.
Yeah, that's one thing with me. It's like I started this show, and I just like wanted to like shout out people in
Right.
the area, and like it's kind of evolved every single week to mean more and more to me.
Right.
And like I get one or two people every week that
Right.
reach out, and they're like, "Hey, I love this motivational quote today," because
Right.
I post motivation on my Snapchat
Yeah.
and Twitter and my Instagram story, and they'll be like, "Hey,
sure.
this really helped me today."
Right.
And that type of stuff, like, I didn't know that that's what I was in it for until
Right.
I saw it, and then I was like, man,
Right.
this is what I want to do. Like, I
Yeah.
want to make someone's day, and like be the difference, you know?
Right. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get 100%.
And like with what you were saying, and like you're trying to be a better person every day, and
Right.
one of those like things that makes you want to do that is your show being that for other people.
Right.
One of the reasons that I want to improve at making the show, at
Right.
just being a better person, at being better communicating, better just evolving every day to become the person I want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that is like my driving factor too. Like
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
really what makes me tick a little bit.
Right.
It's trying to make a difference, and
Yeah.
like I don't wanna be telling people to think positively and dream and do what you love if I'm not doing it. So
Yeah, for sure.
like it wouldn't feel right. So what do you have going on right now? So are these all like what's your most recent launch out of these?
Out of these, I'd say this right here.
The Halloween Kenmore
Yeah,
Boulevard?
so like, that was like an event I did.
Mhm.
So like I made like a Halloween type shirt.
Mhm.
I want to give a shout out to my homies over at Mega Lab Limited. They print. There's like a screen printing company, right? So
Mhm.
it's like one of my homies I grew up with. He started like a screen printing company, and we
Yeah.
both started our companies at the same time. So like I have him print like exclusive designs. So we like was in the lab like and printed that, and it was for like the Halloween event, and I did like a trunk or treat.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
like it was on Kenmore Boulevard, and dude, it was insane. Like
it was
in
busy?
like dude, yeah, like within the first hour, everyone had like 500 pieces of candy. There were probably like 60 cars lined up, and everyone ran out of candy in like an hour and a half. So like at one point, like in that first hour, there was like 300-400 people there that showed up. Like
that's awesome though. Like, and that's a awesome shirt too.
Right.
I love the long sleeve. I really do.
Right.
We got something similar on that Halloween font,
Yeah.
and this one. I guess not
Yeah.
really, but it's a little.
Yeah,
I like
for
that.
sure.
I guess my original mock-up was a little different. It was more like that.
Right.
But yeah, so what do you have coming up next? What's your next plan, or is that not announced yet?
I haven't announced it yet, but it's. I guess I can talk about it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like what I'm gonna do is like at the end of the month, I've been working on the storefront, and what I'm gonna do is have an event, like not a grand opening event, just like an event in the storefront. I'm gonna turn it into the North Pole, right?
Oh,
So I can have like kids come drop their letters off to Santa
that's awesome.
and give out like candy.
Yeah,
and
candy
like we're gonna
canes,
yeah,
something
and
like
like
that,
for like
yeah.
the families, we're gonna try to do give out turkeys and hams. You know what I mean? So like just
Okay.
to like give back to the community.
That's
anybody
awesome.
that needs help. You know what I mean? And it's cool because like a lot of like other businesses or people that don't, you know what I mean, that just work normal jobs, right?
Yeah.
And they always hit me up and like how can I help? So like people come out and volunteer, make donations to help.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see that to like inspire a lot of people to, like that want to get involved, right? Because
Yeah.
there's always those people that want to be like, oh, Akron's so shitty, like I hate Akron, it's this, it's that, but it's like, what are you doing to try to make a change?
There's that people in every aspect of life.
Right.
They would rather complain than be a part of the solution.
Right. And for sure, I get it, because like I used to be that person, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I
Same
used
here.
to be like, I hate Akron, I want to move. You know what I mean? Like, but when I had my daughter, that like inspired me to like change and like to make a better environment for her to grow up and live in, right? So
Yeah.
it's like I could have like got, instead of like getting a storefront with an apartment up top, I could have got like a house in Hudson or Stowe or wherever, you know what I mean? Like a better neighborhood.
Yeah.
But since growing up in Kenmore, like that's, you know what I mean? Like I have a close bond, and like
With that
I know
area,
a lot
yeah.
of people in that area, so it's like a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to get up and move out. So like
Yeah.
they're stuck there, stuck raising their kids there. And it's just like, that's like my little hometown. So it's like
Might
with
as well.
all the people that are like supporting and following the company, it's just like, why not like
Run it up
build,
together.
yeah, like build an empire in our community to like make it a better place for like all the kids that are growing up here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
just build a brighter future. You know?
Right, for sure.
There's no better day than tomorrow if you do it right. If you're doing life right, tomorrow should always be better.
Right, for sure.
And if it isn't, then tomorrow will be better.
Right.
You know, that's the attitude that you kind of like have to have or want to have, that will make you be able to follow your goals and do whatever you're dreaming of doing.
Right.
So what like motivated you to start this? I mean, we've kind of got into it a little bit.
So like growing up, there's like a community center that's connected actually to my building. It's called First Glance. It's on Kenmore Boulevard, and what it is like a youth center for kids to like stay off the streets, right?
Oh.
So they have like indoor skate park, they have
sweet.
basketball, they have video game systems, and I grew up there as a kid, like going to the skate park, hanging out, being like a little badass kid, right?
Yeah.
And like even no matter what, like I had like built a bond with the people that own it.
So you've come to know them over the years.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
so like whenever I got sober, I went back there and like volunteered, started mentoring the kids that were there, and just like taking my daughter there with me. You know what I mean? And like all the kids are like super psyched to like, cause she's like the biggest like happiest like ball of joy. You know what I mean? My daughter.
That's awesome.
And it's just, I feel like it could be cause like whenever she sees me so happy and all the positive people and stuff around, you know what I mean? Like it's just like instilled in her to like
she's you've done for her what like someone you didn't do for your mentality. You know, when you be that for her, especially, like that's even bigger than doing it for other people watching the brand. That's what really it means the most.
Yeah. So like doing the volunteer work there and like mentoring the kids, it just like that's what like was like the start of the company. You know what I mean? And like I wanted it to be like super meaningful of like, so like just a dad from Akron, right? So like for 6 months, bro, like I literally was trying to come up with a name for a clothing company, and I had all these different names, and they're like, I'd write them down and I'd like start plotting for like a couple of days. I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work out. That's not right. So I just started praying about it, and like that's one of the biggest things that's helped me like since I've gotten sober is like build a connection with God.
That's
so,
I mean it like whatever your belief is, like if you call it God, if you call it the universe, if you call it whatever it is, I personally think it's important to have a strong spiritual relationship with whatever you believe.
Right.
I don't care what it is, just
so
worry
it's like,
about your mental. Yeah. It's important.
For sure. And like that's one of the biggest things for me is like, so I was like praying about it, and then like one day I woke up and like this light bulb went off, and it was like just a dad from Akron. Right, so I went inside and I was just writing down for 2 hours, like filled a half a notebook with ideas and like goals and stuff, and it was like, how can I incorporate this name and what I want to do into like making the city a better place. So like First Glance, like they inspired me to like build the company, but like also like give back and like be a part of the neighborhood, you know what I mean? To like make it a better place for the kids to grow up and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Man, you're kind of like inspiring me. Like in the back of my mind right now, it's just running like, what could I do for Christmas to help the community?
Right.
Maybe I'll just like I can support your thing. Like
Right.
I need to do something though. I need to get
Bro,
something
it
to help
can
the
be
community.
anything.
It's,
So,
it's
like-
important in the holiday season, especially.
Right. So like
Yeah.
that's the first thing. Like when I launched the company, it was in March. It was like right when COVID hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like I launched the company, and like the feedback like off the rip was like super good. And then COVID
People
came,
were online.
and
yeah.
I'm freaking out. I'm like, man, like I just launched this company. It's about to crash, right?
Mhm.
So like what I did, I literally prayed about it. Like, what can I do to like, because like with the company, I use a percentage of profits, right?
Yeah.
To like give back. So, like I had like God gave me this idea, like, yo, just start making. So what I did is like I started making like I went to the grocery store and I bought like 10 loaves of bread, 10 rolls of toilet paper, like 10 packs of toilet paper. You know what I mean? It was really small when I first started. I have a
Yeah.
video on my social media of like when I first started, right? Like a first little video of like this little thing. I was like doing care packages, and then I reached out to First Glance, like the community center,
Yeah.
and we ended up, dude, it was insane. Like I have videos on there. Like we have a room that's probably like,
hundreds,
dude, thousands.
thousands
I
of care
think
packages out.
I think we ended up putting out like 1,600 care
Wow.
packages, right?
That's awesome.
And that's like
that's
like
an impact.
Yeah, like 1,600 people, right? So like some people would get 5 or 10 bags, and it would be all non-perishable stuff. And then people were seeing the videos and like hitting me up, like, "Hey, I own this drive-through. We want to donate 30 loaves of bread."
That's
Or people just seeing it, that like that are in recovery or anything, and they just had extra stuff laying around the house, and they're like, "Hey, I want to donate this."
Dude, the thing that kind of upsets me now is like people have kind of stopped, and like
Right.
it's only gotten harder for people.
Yeah.
We might not need like we might not have a toilet paper shortage anymore,
Right.
but there's people who don't have the job that they had.
Right.
They're making less money, or they're just not able to work, and the world didn't stop.
Right.
Only places closed. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that happened.
For sure.
Everything else kept moving, and like I think like New York City and LA, like their homelessness rates have like shot up. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it has here, but I don't see the news, like Akron news, as much.
Right,
You
right.
only hear about the big
Yeah,
cities,
for sure.
but like I'm assuming it's here. And like this morning I was in line to get an interview for a new job outside the building.
Right.
I went up to Amazon. I was thinking about going to the
Right.
Akron Fulfillment Center,
Yeah.
and like freezing outside. You know, they
Yeah.
make us sit out there for 30 minutes while we're
Right.
waiting to get in, and I was the first one there. They made me
Yeah.
sit for 30 minutes, and I was like, man, that homeless guy I saw on the way here at the exit, like, how is he doing it? How is
Right.
he out in this at nighttime
Yeah.
trying to sleep? I saw a TikTok the other day that said, if you go to Walmart, they sell blankets for like $2.
Yep.
There's like
Yep.
$2 blankets, and they said go. They said like go with your girlfriend and get 10 blankets. Bring $10
Yeah.
and make 5 people's days. And I was like, maybe I should make a video of just bringing blankets out
Bro.
to like inspire people to do
Yeah,
that.
for
And
sure.
I just saw it like 2 days ago, and maybe that's something I could do
Yeah,
this
dude.
winter here.
For sure, like that'll definitely help people out. Like, so like, I try to like network with other like small businesses,
Yeah.
right, to do collabs on events. So there's these kids out in Ellet. It's called Four Bros and Assist Lemonade.
Okay.
And so like what they did is like they set up this lemonade stand. They sell lemonade, refreshments, snacks, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like I woke up one day and I seen them on the internet, and I'm like, I want to go out there and just give these kids free T-shirts, right? Buy some lemonade and see what
Give
it's
them
all
t-shirts?
about. Yeah. So like when I went out there, I gave them like these, like do it for the kids shirts.
That's so cool.
And it's crazy because like I get out there and their mom like comes out and I'm like telling about my company, and she's like, it's crazy because I've been praying that God would send a T-shirt guy, right?
Really?
She's like, because we have an interview with the news tomorrow and we need shirts to wear, right? And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So what I did is I went to my homies like Mega Lab, like the Mega Lab Limited,
Yeah.
and I went and printed them an exclusive colorway with like incorporated with their logo. So it was like a collab shirt.
That's
right?
awesome.
So it's that shirt right there, and I put like the Four Bros and Assist Lemonade up
right
top.
up there.
And so we've been doing events together like all summer. We did a back to school drive, did like 200 book bags, free lemonade, free hot dogs, and then they came out for like the Halloween one, and we did. They their following's like really big,
Really?
right? Yeah. So
That's so cool though.
and they did that. Like they did like a sock and blanket drive, right? And they're gonna do it all throughout the winter.
That's
They go to
awesome.
Walmart with like profits and
Donations.
donations, like all their sales, and they buy the $2 blankets, socks, and just pass them out at events or like, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
just hook people up. So it's like those kids, they're like the oldest one I think just turned 14, and the youngest one's 7. So it's like they inspire me to like, you know what I mean, like those young little entrepreneur kids, like
Yeah,
they have something
that's so
cooking up.
smart, yeah.
Like they have something cooking up that's like super dope. Like I mean, and so it's like I want to like, so like I network with them, and they're like family to me. You know what I mean? Like now it's like we built a bond of like family.
Imagine in like 10 years how crazy like that could be. Like,
Right.
who knows where both of you guys could be at that point.
Yeah,
like
for
that
sure.
could be something completely amazing. Like I really think that Akron, Ohio has so much good energy.
Right.
It really does. Because you said you watched a couple of the episodes. I don't know if you watched any of like my any of the rappers from Akron. Like
Yeah,
like,
I watched a couple of them.
yeah, some of those rappers from Akron, like they're one of them, Tech 44. He said that Akron, Ohio, you never hear of Akron, Ohio people big in
Right.
music, and he said this generation, this these mid-20s young teenage guys right now,
Right.
they're gonna change that because like it's actually starting to get like a lot of local music, and
Right.
I think a lot of people are, especially like the different business people I've talked to,
Right.
and the rappers themselves are getting interested in doing like local music events whenever stuff gets going around.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's cool that you like brought up the whole music thing, because like
music's really
yeah,
amazing.
so like that's one of the best things for me. Like my mental is music, right? So like in local music, right? So like my favorite artists I would say would be like Juice World,
Yes.
Lil Peep.
I love both of them.
Yeah, I mean like
Juice is my
Ian
favorite,
Dior.
though. I just listened to someone yesterday. What's that album called? It's like 18. Man, if my phone wasn't
Right.
recording this right now, But he had this album, and he goes, "This album is a no miss." I love the song "Good Day" by
Right.
Ian Dior.
Okay.
And I listen to that on my way to work, so
Right.
it just puts you in a good mood because it's
Right.
just about having a good day.
Yeah.
And he put me onto that album. It was like, this is a no skip album. I listened
Right.
to it on driving around yesterday. I was like, holy crap, this is so good.
Right.
I love Ian Dior.
For sure. So like, but like local music. One of my buddies, like I used to like when I did the clothing and the shows and stuff back in
Yeah.
the day. My buddy Calvin, his name's DJ Guess Who. So like he would come out and he started DJing at the
that's
events.
awesome. Yeah.
And so like now he just like makes music and he has this artist and the kid's name's Reflex.
Reflex
So he's on like SoundCloud and he's on other
platform.
yeah, for sure. So it's like, but he just dropped a new album on the 11th.
Okay.
And it's like an 8-song like little EP, and like that album it's so fire. Like
Okay, check it out. If you guys
Yeah.
are any of the music people on here, go ahead and check that out.
so like it's just like it's real relatable. It's like it's like Juice World type music. You know what I mean? So it's like that music and like the Kid Leroy.
The Kid Leroy, I
Like his
love
his
him,
new
yeah.
stuff's super fire. So like
I
that's
actually haven't taken the time to listen to the whole new album.
Right.
I put it on shuffle, but I like to listen to them in order
yeah,
so I get
for
the
sure.
story.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I haven't done that yet.
Right.
The Kid Leroy, what is he, like 17?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's
So
ridiculous
It's
that
like,
some
it's
of
like the
these people-
younger kids that are out here. That's what I'm trying to like inspire kids with, like what I'm doing.
You can do it too,
In the
yeah.
story, like to like, you know what I mean? Because I just turned 30 in August, so it's like, if I like, you mean if I had someone to like mentor me and show me how to do it whenever I was younger, instead of like going through all the ups and downs, in and out of jail, homeless,
Yeah.
drugs, you know what I mean? Like, I could have like maybe reached someone sooner. So like now my target is like, you know what I mean, not like grown folks. Like they do support a lot of it, but it's like to inspire the kids that are like the youth growing up to like.
That's who's gonna
Yeah.
make the change. That's
Yeah,
who's gonna
for sure.
change the future.
Yeah.
I posted something on my Snapchat story yesterday that said like everybody is just unlimited potential. You have
Right.
unlimited potential within you, and you can do whatever you want with that unlimited potential.
Right.
And he said, stop telling people that they're okay. Tell them that their potential's unlimited. Tell them you can do anything you want.
Right.
Like if someone says, man, I'm stuck here, be like, no man, you're okay. Be like, no man, you can do whatever you want.
Right, for sure.
There's a big difference in like the meaning of those two sayings.
Because like that's what I always tell people. Like, so like when I first started the company, and it was like getting out there, like I had. So, like, 2.5 years ago, right, before I went to treatment and got sober, I was homeless. You know what I mean? So, like, everywhere, like, all my family didn't want, I had, like, burned every bridge possible. And it's because, like, my family, like, they wanted to see me do good. And, like, but, like, the help I was asking for people was not to, like, get me help, but it was like, hey, loan me money.
It wasn't the help you wanted.
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean? So, like, and,
or the help you needed.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like once I had got clean and sober, you know what I mean, like my brain cleared up and stuff. It was like, you know what I mean, it's like that's why I like to tell people, like no matter where you're at, you can turn your life around and change. You know what I mean? Because like 2 years ago, I was literally sleeping in my car, and just being like, you know what I mean, a huge scumbag.
Yeah, I just my uncle shared something about like drug dealer, like it's great to see like a drug dealer or drug addict working a job, living their life, talking to their kids and being the change. Like it's great to see that, and we don't say that enough. Right. And he was like, I'm living proof that this is capable, and I like shared that on Facebook. I was like, this is awesome. Yeah, like it's so important. Like I think there's a big problem in this country with how we treat drugs. Right. Because like sending someone who has an addiction to jail to punish them doesn't change anything. Right. Nothing happens after that. Right, for sure. And doing something about it, like doing something more proactive, whatever it be, like I'm not the man with the plan, but some man needs to come up with the plan about like how to, cuz like everybody makes mistakes, everybody does stuff that they don't want to do. Right. And like when you don't know any other way, somebody has to help you with that, and that's there's crazy. A disconnect. There's a big disconnect.
Yeah, it's like cool that you brought that up, because I remember like the first time I'd ever like I was on probation in Summit County, and there like I had like so many chances to like mess up. Right, I had messed up all these times, and they're like, you know what, we're done. We're gonna send you to prison. And like when I went in front of the judge, like for like my termination hearing, for like I'm like, yo, like I'm so miserable, like. You can send me to prison. I'm not scared to go to prison. I'm like, but whenever I get out, I'm fearful that I'm going to get out and do the same thing I've been doing. Because I'm not going to learn anything new, like how to live sober in prison. You know what I mean? So like he had like granted me this, you know what I mean? Like he's like, yeah, like that's the smartest thing you ever said. You know what I mean? And he like sent me to treatment instead of prison.
That's amazing. Did that change your life?
Yeah, completely? For sure. Yeah. So it was like that right there, like saved my life. You know what I mean? To like gave me an opportunity to learn more about recovery and like how to live sober, you know what I mean, and like instead of like going to prison and doing the same shit I did on the streets in prison. Yeah. And you know what I mean, getting out and just doing the same thing, like taking off right where I left off when I got out.
I mean, I know like a lot of people who have spent some significant time in prison, that some relatives, family, friends, and like it doesn't. There's no what's the word? It's not. It's on the tip of my tongue, but you know, it's rehab. Like it's not like rehab, but like it doesn't make a change. It doesn't change the course of the person's actions. It puts someone who is doing something against the law into a house full of people that are doing crazy shit, and you come out worse than you went in. Right, for sure. You come out more messed up than you went in, and there's very few people who get out of a long prison sentence and don't go back. Right. Because it makes you not remember how to do normal society.
Right. And like that's the thing. So like I got a lot of friends that are in prison, right? Mm-hmm. And like sometimes I'll talk to my homies that are in prison more than I talk to people on the streets. You know what I mean? Like they'll call and it's just like they're like, "Hey, we hear about everything you're doing." And like my one buddy, he's about to get out next month or next year in June, right?
You can be the difference in that man's life.
And he's like, "Bro, whenever I get out," he's been in there for 7 years. So he's like, "Whenever I get out, bro, like it's my childhood friend." He's like, "I want to get involved. I want to help your company. Like I just want to be a part of." You know what I mean? And like that's so for me, that's like super cool. Like for him, you know what I mean? To like give him an opportunity when he comes home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the opportunity's there if he wants it.
And like, I feel like with a lot of people who struggle themselves, the best outlet is to help other people who are in your situation.
Right.
Because like helping other people it helps yourself so much, and people
Right.
are so like they know it, but they don't go. They're like, I know that holding a door for someone makes me feel nice,
Right.
but they don't do it,
Right.
Because they're like, I know that they don't,
Right.
but just go feel it, just
Right,
live it,
yeah,
just
you
live
know
it.
what I mean? And like that's the thing. So like with the company and stuff, like I literally like it's like I got addicted to like helping people,
Mhm.
right? You
That's
know
where
what I mean?
I'm at
Like,
right
like,
now. I'm addicted to this show.
yeah, so it's like it makes me happy, right? People are like, why do you do this? Like, why do you use a percentage of your profits to like help people? Like, because that's what makes me happy, right? Because like I was that person
it's
once
all about
struggling.
happiness.
So it's
Yeah.
like you buy someone lunch or you know what I mean, help out a family with a gift card to get groceries, right?
Mhm.
Like that could literally change everything they have going for them. You know what I mean, like the littlest things, and it just like it makes me feel better knowing that. You know what I mean,
That's true success.
Yeah.
How I see success is not at a dollar value.
right?
It's
For sure.
being comfortable. Like, cause like
Right.
you want to be comfortable, but
Right.
that's different for different people. Some people are comfortable wherever. Some people grew up with a lifestyle and they want to be comfortable in that lifestyle
Right.
still. There's no problem in wanting to make money.
Right.
But
for sure.
then like it's your level of happiness in that comfort, because
Yeah.
you can be comfortable and miserable.
Right.
But maybe it's better for you to be uncomfortable for a
Right.
few years to be happy.
Right. And like for me, like whenever like, cause I had nothing. You know what I mean? 2 years ago, I had nothing. Like,
Yeah.
and that was like I found true happiness like right out the gate of like having nothing because
It's
I
freeing.
dug deep and I like found out who I was. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like, because like I had no idea who I was using drugs for 10 years. You know what I mean?
No-
Drugs and alcohol.
Nobody
Just-
tells you who you
yeah.
are.
So it's like I like when
Actually,
I was,
everyone tells you
yeah.
who you
So
are.
like whenever I was using, you know what I mean, like I would always be like the chameleon, like drinking. I'd be like, oh, I want to be like this person,
Mhm.
or like I want to be like that, or like just to fit in, right?
Mhm.
And so like whenever I got sober, I actually like dug deep and find out who I truly was, like things that I liked. You know what I mean? Music I like, music. You know what I mean? Clothes I like, whatever. Food. You know what I mean? And it's cool. I don't know. It's just you know what I mean? Like,
It's amazing. Life is really awesome
Yeah.
once you get into it, because a lot of people never, like, I feel like I wasn't even living before I discovered this mentality,
Right.
this goal, following some type of dream.
Right.
Even if your dream isn't a business, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be
Right.
an athlete, if you want to be like those are the things, or like anything in between.
right.
Whatever your dream is, like doing something to follow that and being your real self
Right.
is the only way you're ever gonna have a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
You can have a good time sometimes, but
Right.
you'll have a great time like most days. Like
right.
before I was doing this, I'd say that most days I woke up and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
morning, you know,
Right.
I'm not about this.
Right.
And then now every day I wake up and I'm like, let's go do something, man.
Yeah.
Everyone has bad days, yeah.
Right, for sure.
But most days I wake up and I'm ready to go.
Right.
And the difference is just I'm doing one thing that I love.
Right. For sure.
All it takes is one thing.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like I was always looking for happiness in the wrong places. Like this girl will make me happy. This amount of money will make me happy.
Never.
This car, you know what I mean? And it's like I didn't know like those are all like temporary things. So it's and like that's the biggest thing I always like try to tell people if I'm having like a one-on-one conversation. It's like you got to find the happiness inside yourself, right?
Mhm.
Because like say you get this girl, right, and she makes you so happy, and then
she
she leaves, right? And then
Then
you're
you're
like
unhappy
Yeah,
again.
then you're miserable. You're like, man. So it's like if you find happiness, for me, like I found the happiness in myself, right? So it's like no matter what happens, like no one can destroy like or like take away my happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a
You hear that, everyone? Love yourself first.
right. For
It's
sure.
important. It's very important to love yourself. So, I've got another question for you here.
Yeah.
What would you consider your best characteristic? Like, if you describing yourself, you give one characteristic. What's your best one?
I'd say like you know what I mean like huge heart. You know what I mean I've
Big-hearted?
always big hearted. Like
I love that.
even like when I was at my lowest, I was always trying to help people out. You know what I mean? Like,
That's usually I feel like that's the people who, like, from my personal experience, the
Right.
most giving people are the people who struggle the most with taking care of themselves with
Right.
addiction.
yeah, for sure. So like growing up, my parents always like my mom always like instilled into me like treat people how you want to be treated. And like that, like, I mean, growing up, hearing that
Same.
over and over, like, it was like one of those things that was like annoying hearing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, all right, I get it. Stop saying it. You know what I mean? But like, now I understand it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I always say, like, I had made a post on Facebook the other day, like when the election stuff was going on.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't care if you voted for Biden or Trump, if you're black or white, gay or straight, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, my parents always taught me to like treat people how, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make you a good person or a bad person.
Your opinion on what you think, because the Trump supporters, guess what? They want a better future.
Right.
The Biden supporters, guess what? They want a better future.
Right.
They want the same thing. They both have different ideas on how we're going to get there.
Right.
That doesn't mean that the other side is evil.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, because, like, for me, like, you know what I mean, like, one of my parents voted for Biden and the other parent voted for Trump.
That's
You know what I mean? So it's like,
that's
it's
crazy.
It's crazy, but it's like,
that's good though.
yeah, but it's like, I've seen people, like, literally on social media, like, I can't be friends with someone they grew up with for 15 years. Like, oh, you voted for this person? Like, we're not friends no more. Like, literally taking it that extreme.
far. Yeah, like you're gonna ruin a relationship over 4 years. It's 4 years. It really
yeah.
like.
So it's like, I feel like if it's like, it's kind of like the same concept. Like, oh, you like sushi, I don't like sushi. You know what I mean? So it's like, we can't be cool. It's like the same thing. It's just like, it's someone's opinion on what it is. But
it's okay to have different opinions. Everyone has different opinions. Not everyone shares their different opinions.
Right.
So some people aren't just gonna say that. They'll just be like, yeah, I like sushi.
Right. So like, yeah, for me, like, I'm one of those people that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do confrontation. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, no. I don't voice my opinion unless I feel like it's powerful enough to, like, you know what I mean?
Unless you think like you have it all together. You got.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's great communication skills. Like that type of stuff is useful in life. Being able to figure that out. I've been known to voice my opinion quickly.
Right.
Throughout my 20 years of life.
Right.
But over this past year, like, I've really been grinding on just becoming the person. Like, how I describe it is, I was tired of thinking I was a good person. I decided to be the person I thought I was.
Right.
So I didn't want to tell myself, no, dude, you're a good dude. No, dude, you're a hard worker. I just did it.
Right.
And I don't even have to think that anymore. I don't even think about it anymore. I just know it. And like, that difference has made me begin to work on the things that I didn't like. So like thinking more before I speak. Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like taking a breath and being like, all right, let me gather my thoughts.
Right.
And now when you say something, it comes out way better.
Yeah, for sure.
Words are valuable.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a reason they give us the freedom of speech here, because like, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to be able to say whatever you want.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with it. So all right, this is a fun question. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I don't know. I think like flying would be dope.
Flying?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? Just like, cause I like love traveling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, so I feel like if I was like able to fly like a bird, you know what I mean? I could just like fly to all these different places.
Yeah.
Just, instead of you know what I mean, like driving, and it would like save so much money, like to be able to fly. You know what I mean?
Take
like
off.
Yeah. So it'd be super cool. I feel like that'd be like the superpower I'd want for sure.
Yeah, I'm still like, I want to be the Flash or
Yeah.
Spider-Man. The Flash or Spider-Man. Those are my two. I don't think that'll ever change, just since I was a kid.
Right.
So, like, I kind of have a good idea of this just from talking to you over this episode, but what do you want, like, your the footprint you leave behind? What do you want to be remembered for? At the end of it all, what do you want to be remembered for?
So, like, that's the thing. So, it's like, I remember, like, whenever I was, like, super low, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like, if I die today, people are going to remember me as, you know what I mean, scumbag. Like, you know what I mean? Some people might, some people not.
Knew you were inside.
Yeah, so it's like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'd say, like, that's, like, a lot of motivation is to, like, build a legacy for, like, me and my daughter, you know what I mean? And to, like, be an awesome dad, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the best things is to, like, show up, you know what I mean? Like, always be there for my daughter, and to, like, I don't know, just, like, build a legacy of, like, a good person, you know what I mean? Like, a helping person.
Yeah, just, I think pretty much most people are good people. And some people just forget that along the way.
Right.
Or, like, they give up on telling themselves they're a good person because it feels hard. Like, I think most people want to make a positive impact. I don't think anyone's out here really trying. I mean, there's people who do hurt people, but like,
Right.
I just don't think they know any better.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Right. For sure.
I don't think they were ever taught any different, and I'm never gonna judge or blame an individual before I hear it from them.
Yeah. For sure. Right.
Something like stuff like that. So we're getting towards the end here. So I've got a couple things I want to do here, but
Okay.
first let me ask you the big question, man.
Okay.
What is your dream?
My dream, yeah, to like keep, you know what I mean, like, so like the company, I just want to like branch it out. So like I have some like ideas that I want to do like in the works.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like speak on them right now.
Yeah, you
but,
gotta.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, but yeah, I mean like my dream. I don't know. I just want to become. You know what I mean, like to make a positive change in the community. You know what I mean, like to make my community like
Better, yeah.
Yeah.
Build the city up. Like
Yeah.
I think I said this maybe 2 weeks ago on the podcast, but I think that there's two reasons to run a company.
Right.
To make money or to make a change.
Right.
And
Sure.
you're building a company to make a
Yeah.
change, and those are the companies of the future. They're
Right.
the companies of today.
Right.
Those are the companies that I want on this show because I think that everyone wants to help, and the old ways of just making money to make money
Right.
are out. I'm
Yeah.
done with it. I'm not standing for that anymore.
Right.
We're out here trying to build positivity.
Right. So like yeah, because like when I first started the company, right,
Mm-hmm.
like I had motives, right. I'm like, okay, I can make some money, and then like the company started taking off so fast. I had like whenever like the news was interviewing me and stuff, I'm like, okay, I really gotta check my motives. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So like that, like I feel like that happened. Like all of it like planned out like at the perfect timing. So like the company as it's growing, you know what I mean, like my motives. It's not about the money. You know what I mean? It's about
Yeah.
like building the empire to like help the community, to like show kids there's a better way to live. You know what I mean? Like anything's possible, right? Like if you can put your mind to it,
Put your
Yeah.
mind to it and your body. You gotta
yeah,
put your body
for sure,
to it
yeah.
too.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like it's in one of the Juice WRLD songs. It's like how like the intro, and then like he has like another one where he's like talking about like however, like no matter what your dreams are, you know what I mean? Like no matter what, don't let anybody tell you can't do it.
Yeah, nobody knows that if you can or can't.
Right.
You don't know until you try.
Right, for sure. Like
And-
if someone would have told me like when I started the company like I would have this much done in X amount of time,
No.
I'd be like, there's no way. You know what I mean? But it's literally about just like staying motivated, putting one foot in front of the other, and like reaching out and like networking. You know what I mean?
Networking, yeah, just
like-
building,
Yeah.
being a person that people can reach out to, being a
Right,
person
yeah.
that people can look up to,
For
being
sure.
a person that people can get help from.
Yeah.
Just being that's the dream, and that is
Right.
really the dream.
Yeah.
It's funny that we both like I drew a lot of inspiration from Juice WRLD.
Right.
Juice WRLD was, oh man, I remember the day he died. It was terrible
Right.
day.
Yeah.
But Juice WRLD really had a beautiful message. The message was like anyone is whatever they want to be, and
Right.
like I don't care if you have a problem. I don't care if you're this. My favorite song by him is "Flaws and Sins." It's like it just says I love you for all your flaws and sins. Isn't that a weird way to give compliments? Like that's
Right.
the chorus of it, and the whole song's about that. And it's like that's what this world's all about, is
Right.
accepting people for who they are.
For sure.
And he had a great message. And I've had a couple of times on the episode that people who were dreamers, or I actually think I'm gonna start calling everyone who's on the podcast are the dreamers and achievers.
Right.
And so like, cause that's what this shirt says on the
Yeah.
back. It's today's dreamers, tomorrow's achievers. So it'll be like the people on the show are the achievers, and then we're all dreamers. Everyone's a dreamer, but once
Yeah.
you're on the show, you're an achiever.
Right. For sure.
That's how I'm building it here. So let's take a second, since we're about to sign off here in a couple minutes, but let's take a second and you go ahead. I'll move this mic a little closer to you, but
Okay.
so you can look at the camera and
Yeah.
give them like where they can look out to, where they can reach you.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Your destinations.
All right, so everyone, my name's Kenny Lambert. Social media for IG is Just a Dad from Akron. Facebook page is also Just a Dad from Akron. I have like my personal Facebook, Kenny Lambert. So, and then like the website for merch, I'm updating it now, but there's still merchandise on there for sale. It is www.justadadfromakron.com. dreamsgoalsandAspirations.com. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much about it.
That's
yeah.
where we can reach out and find you. All right. So if his message is, if this company is something you can get with, go ahead, check them out, you know. And also to all the people out there who are, you know, like, I wish I could buy a shirt. A share is as valuable as a shirt any day in running a company. I know people don't want to share stuff. You don't want to put someone else's stuff on your page, but like that's as valuable as buying the shirt and making a difference, because you're going to get it to someone who has the means to help.
Right, for sure.
And so I have an announcement for Dream Tour here. We speaking of shares, oh crap. This was not planned. I was just saying that. But I am going to give away one of these shirts, short sleeve or long sleeve, whatever you want. If you on share, I'm going to post it when this episode comes out, 9 a.m. Sunday the 15th. It'll be posted. And it's going to run through Monday at probably 9 p.m. And anyone who shares the post talking about the shirts and subscribes to the YouTube, if you do those two things, we will enter you into a giveaway, and we will give out a shirt. So, yeah, if anyone's interested in that, just letting you know that it's out there. If you're watching this on the 15th or the 16th, you will have a chance to win a shirt.
Right, for sure.
And also, everyone who has been subscribed, I think I am at like 68 subscribers. My first 68 subscribers, you are entered.
That's sweet.
Yeah, you're entered into a different one just for you guys. Just the people who are subscribed before the video posted, just for supporting the channel. I'm making a drawing. You don't have to enter. You don't have to do anything. If you're already subscribed, you're in one.
And then if it's cool with you, like, I'll throw a shirt, you know what I mean? Like a shirt in too. So that way you can give one of your shirts, and I'll throw in a shirt to give away too.
Perfect. Yeah. If you share it, we'll have 2 shirts to give away now on the Facebook and Instagram. That's awesome.
Right.
Thank you. So you have anything to say on the outro here? Anything you want to get in, or you got it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I just always, like, when I always end, like, videos, I just want to, like, tell people, like, no matter where you're at, you can change. You know what I mean? Like, if you want it bad enough, you can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
You know what I have to say? You have to go ahead, follow your dreams, take a step every day. You can do it. I believe in you. If no one else does, I do. You got this. Keep dreaming out there, guys. Thank you.
Hey, I am a man with my feet on the ground, nigga. I stand. I'ma face my problems.